Okay, hey everybody. So it is Tuesday afternoon and I am hopefully hopefully I will not be lagging. I know I did a test video to make sure that the live was working. I had to actually uninstall my OBS studio and then reinstall it, and it seems to have worked. So hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully everything is okay. So today I wanted to go ahead and put together some clusters using some of my vintage game pieces. I have a 100-piece ephemera game piece kit in the shop, and I know some of y'all have been asking for some demos on how to use them, so I thought we would go ahead and put just some clusters together and see how it goes. Hey Robin, so you can see and hear me. Looks good for now. All right, yeah, I think I should be good. I ended up uninstalling and reinstalling my OBS studio, so hopefully everything is working okay for that. So I'm gonna jump right in, and I wanted to also share with you what I'm kind of working on in the studio. So let me transition down and we can get to it. All right. So I've been working on the kits for the seed packet journal class. So I've been working on that today, and it's taking me a little bit of time to put it together because I'm being very particular about what I'm adding in the kit. So I'm going through all of my vintage ephemera and trying to put together some kits with actual vintage items to decorate the pages. And then I'm also cutting up pieces that will coordinate well with some of the ephemera items. So that's what I'm working on. If you recall, I shared this. This is a class that's going to be happening at the end of May. And so I'm putting together the kits, or the kit that will actually go for this class. So that's what I was working on today. And then when I was cleaning out the studio, I found this, and I had forgotten that I had it. I actually got this in Prescott, and it is a stamp album with some vintage stamps. And there's some pretty awesome ones in here. I haven't done anything with these, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan these and put these in the shop. But I mean, look at this one. This is some of these actually have the full set, but look at this Postman set. Isn't that really cool? I love it. So I thought I would start working on this to clear out this book. Some of them are loose, so I'm going to kind of do like what Tim did with his postage stamp book. If you recall, this is his sticker book, so I think I might actually do what he did and put together the kits based on color, so that way you can color coordinate them, and then also when I use them I'll be able to find colors. And color coordination worked well today because when I'm making the clusters, I wanted to be able to coordinate. So I was pulling out colors that would work well. Trying to get in camera and focus here. So if you saw my post on Instagram, I shared with you some of these little clusters that I made, and these are made using, you might recognize this is a Monopoly piece, but I made these using vintage ephemera pieces. So you see the money in the background, but then I also use paper dolls and some of my own stickers. I just kind of color coordinated things that I thought would look good with the clusters. So I made this blue one here that I think is really cute, and then this orange one, and then here's a purple one, and then here's another orange one. Whoops. So these packs are linked in the description box, and you're going to get 100 pieces, just a variety of different items, to be able to, you know, use your own ephemera as well as the game pieces to create little clusters. So that's what we're going to do today. So I went ahead and I pulled out some game pieces that matched. I've got purple, I've got red, and I've got green. And then I have my own ephemera pieces, actual vintage, and I've got these little tapes. And then I have these strips here, along with, you know, the postage stamp. So I think with the combination of all these, we should be able to make some fun items, I think. What do you think? So does that sound good? So that's what we're going to do. Let's just jump right in. Hey, Debbie. So I think you were the one that actually asked me to do this demo, if I recall. But I could be wrong. All right, let me go ahead and see what we could do here. Oh, I also have this on my desk. I have some old yearbooks. So I've been cutting out pictures because I'm going to be making some ID cards. So that's what I've been doing also, is just cutting up old yearbooks. I got these yearbooks at the swap meet in Prescott. And I've had them, you know, back in my mud room. So I thought, why don't I start cutting up some of these people so that way when I'm ready to create ID cards, I'll have them all cut up. But that way I'll have a variety. Look at this guy. He's a character. I even looked up, I don't know why I did this, but I looked up one of the guys. I put in his name and then the city where the yearbook was from, and I actually found him. He's an attorney. And I'm a stalker, I guess. Who was it I looked up? Oh, it was this guy right here, Osvaldo, and then I don't know his last name, but I looked him up and the city that the yearbook was from, and I found him. He's an attorney. So I just thought, oh, I wonder if any of these people are still alive. I mean, this is 1956, so it makes sense some of them would be alive still, right? So I've been cutting these up as well. So that's what I have all over my desk right now. And that will be for a future live. All right, so let's see if we can get going here. All right, hopefully that's okay. So let's start with this red one. So you guys have seen me make clusters before. I actually was prepared somewhat and pulled out some red items. Let's see here. I have I have this little paper cutter that I got, I think, at the dollar store or something a while ago. But this is perfect. This is perfect for the desk. All right. So the first thing I did on these as you can see, they're kind of thick. So the first thing I did is I separated them. So I just kind of opened these up. Let's see here. There we go. And separated these. So now you have two. And then of course I have my little, you know, corner piece here. Why is that so thick? That should be able to just go right in there. Oh. Whoops. Okay. This one might be a little thick, but that's all right. I don't care. We'll force it. Okay. So that's what I did with those. And then you're going to have two of them now, of course. And then what I did with the Monopoly piece, I just kind of estimated where the center is. Let's see if I can figure this out. Let's see if I have a pen here or something. I don't, but all right, so let's figure out where the center is. The center is probably about right here, I would say, right? So let me just make a little mark. And then we'll stick this, if I can see it, right there. And then I just cut it in half, all right? And then, of course, I took my, you know, my little punch here. All right, so now we have this, and then I cut out some red coordinating. I'll probably make a couple of these. Let's see. Now with my examples that are around here somewhere, there they are. You can see that I used, you know, both for the background. But I think what I might do, since I have extra paper, I'm going to make a couple. So we'll just lay these out like this. And then maybe we'll do this like that. Okay. Backup for the corner puncher, in case I break it. Yeah, I don't know, I got to be careful with that, right? You can also cut, I like the exactness of that puncher though. All right, so there's that. And then let's see, I've got these little game pieces. Again, just no rhyme or reason. I just like to be able to, you know, just create little clusters. What else do I have here? Let's see. Ooh, I've got a free parking. Look at that. Maybe we'll do something like, should we cut this in half? Let's see. Let's see. Kind of like, maybe I should do something like that. Let's see. Like that. Like that. And then straight across. Let's see. And with clusters, it's just a matter of just playing with them till you get the perfect, you know, the perfect placement. Sometimes you never get the perfect placement. Let's see. I don't know. Kind of need. Let's see. Something like that. Yep, Max is in the background snoring. That is him. All right, so let me see. Around that. All right, so maybe like this. And that's the thing about clusters is, I mean, there's no right answer. It's just a matter of playing with the pieces till you like the way they look. All right, so do it like that. All right, we'll do that. And where is my glue? So I'm going to go ahead and do that as the base. So let me stick this down. And I like using the wet glue because it gives me time to place. You might remember this. This was from those pop-up cards that I was making. This is one of the die elements. It was on my desk and it was red. So it became part of my choices. All right. Now the free parking can maybe go like this. Right. Let's see. I don't want to lose that. Maybe like that. And don't be afraid to cut up these pieces. I mean, that's kind of what they're there for. I know a lot of times with vintage items, we get a little nervous about cutting things up, but you know. Let's see. There's some money. Maybe like that. What do you guys think? That. And then I had this. Let's see if it's something we could maybe use. Maybe not. We'll hold off and see. All right. What else do I have here? I've got this Avon ticket. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Ooh, look at this. That might be kind of fun. Maybe. No. Maybe like that? I don't know. This one right here or this? Yeah, this was just laying on my desk. So don't be too quick to throw away your scraps. All right, I think that looks pretty good actually. I have my paper dolls here, so let's see what we can find. That's perfect. She's cute. Let's see, trying to figure out where to stick her. I don't know, maybe right here. Something like that, maybe. What do you guys think? Okay, so I'll stick her down. And there's my first one. So as you can see, real easy to put together. With these clusters, it's just a matter of fussing with them until you like the look, right? I think I'll put a little a notch there. Let's see. Got this sitting on my desk, but ooh, this would make a good notch. Let's see. Oh, I had something in there already. Alright. So this little notch can go right. We'll just stick it right. Where should we stick it? Yeah, Debbie, the best way to start is to just find color coordinating items and make a little stack, and then you have lots of choices. You won't necessarily use everything, but it's always nice to have choices, right? This, I think so. Okay, so there's my first one. I have these little letters here from the card, but I can cut some more, but I just want to show you, you know, you can put, you know, numbers or whatever you want. Actually, let me see something. I have this here. No, that doesn't really work, but nice idea. All right. Okay, so there's my first one. Let's see what else we can make. So I've got these with the little circles. Maybe this time we can use the Monopoly piece. Let's see. So maybe something, I don't know. I don't like that. Let's see. Oh, I know. Maybe we'll do, I have an idea. Okay, so we'll put that there. And then maybe this is where I'll use this washi tape. Something like that. Okay. There we go. It's pretty good, I think. It's crooked, but eh. Let's see if I can make it uncrooked. Alright. Trying to just see if I can get this straight. So I'm assuming the lagging is gone, right? Or else I'm sure you guys would be telling me. Boy, that was crazy, wasn't it? The video lagging. I had to end up, I think I said I had to end up uninstalling and reinstalling the OBS platform that I use for my streaming. Not a big deal, but just kind of a pain in the butt. All right, so let's see. Maybe not. All right. So free parking. Oh, maybe I'll put this over here. Maybe like that. No lagging. That's good to know. Thanks, Robin. All right. So, see, why does that look crooked? It's bugging me. It's probably going to get covered anyway, but that's all right. All right. And then I've got this ticket. Maybe we'll stick this here. Masterpiece. Just playing with the items here, trying to see what works and what doesn't. Yeah, airmail. These are some vintage tickets. These are in the shop. Oh, look at how that folds over. That's cool. Didn't even know that. All right. So let's stick this here underneath. All right. And then this can maybe go, I don't know, just something across. I'm just layering. I'm not doing anything fancy. I kind of like that free parking. Maybe we'll do that. All right, so we'll do that. Free parking. Just like that. Okay. And then this can, oh, I don't want to cover the free parking. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe I can use this stamp here. Maybe we'll do something, I don't know, something like that maybe. Okay. How about sticking off the edge just a bit, like that? I mean, that's the thing about clusters, right, is you want things to kind of be a little wonky. At least I do. My clusters I want to be a little wonky. We'll just leave that like that, I guess. And then I had my tape. We don't want to forget about that. So I have these. I made these. So let's go ahead and use them since I have them here, right? Boy, this really does look like their vintage tape, doesn't it? I think that's so cool looking. Where's my other one? Let's use it on this too. Maybe we'll do it here. That looks good. All right, that's actually pretty good. I could maybe, sometimes less is more, right? I mean, you don't want to necessarily overdo it. Let's see, maybe this, just to make it a little bit taller. But this is thick, so you have to kind of be careful with that. But actually, I think that looks pretty good, just like that. What do you guys think? I don't know. What do you think? This airmail. Use the ticket as a tab. Ticket as a tab. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I could do that actually. That's a good idea. Let's see. Let's see if I can score this. That's 2. So if I do 1, right? And then this can maybe go, where could this go? Maybe right here? Nah. Where could it go, guys? I guess it could go right here, right? Let me do this. All right, that's pretty good. I like that. Good idea, Robin. Okay, and let's just stick this right here. Yeah, I would staple it. I was just thinking about that, but my staple is out of staples. Let me see if I have any. Yeah, all of my staples are out in the mud room, so I can't do that right now. But I did think of that too. All right, so for right now, it will just have to be glued. Let's see. So that's pretty good. I like the way that looks. And then let's see. All right. Let's see what paper doll I have here. Okay, that's pretty good. Maybe I'll use her. What do you think? So remember the vintage game piece ephemeras are in the shop. It's 100. You get 100 pieces for, I think, like $5. It's a pretty good deal. And I try to put as much variety in there for you. But it gives you a nice selection. Yeah, that looks good. It gives you a nice selection. See, so just using some different game pieces, you come up with two different, you know, designs. So here's two more. What do you guys think? Pretty good? I think they're cute. All right. So there's two red ones. Let's move on to another color. Shall we? And you don't necessarily have to have, like, you know, matching colors. I just wanted to do it for this video. You could, you know, just use complementing colors. Yeah. They're just kind of fun to make. And then, of course, you can put these in junk journals. These could be pockets, you know, pocket starters. Let me see if I can find a pocket here. You know, these here can go on your pockets. I mean, there's lots of things you can do with these. I just like to have them made so that way when I need, you know, a cluster or a design or something, I have them already made. So there's the red ones. Let's make the purple one now. Okay, so let's go ahead and, oh, I've already separated that, so that's good. Now for this one, I think I'm going to just keep this as the background. So let's do that. It's not glue until I know what I'm doing here. So maybe something like that. I like that. Okay. Easy money. We'll leave that showing. And then this, I like that though. I don't know if I want to cover that, but all right. Meeting your cousin at the bus station. That's funny. Should I let the little character show? It's kind of cute, huh? I will, Debbie. I'll take a look. I'm sure they're going to be great. There's no wrong in making clusters, in my opinion. All right. So this is a vintage ticket that you can, you know, include. So I think I'll just have that up a little bit, you know, a little bit taller than the actual piece. And then maybe, let's see. Are you guys freaking out that I'm using my vintage items? Alright, so that'll go there. Oh, I totally forgot my bag. Let's see, I have all sorts of stuff in here that I totally forgot about. Let's see. I think I'll use this on a different one. We'll see. All right. Anyway, back to my bag here. So I've got these postage stamps. Let's see if I can find purple. Got blue, got brown, green. Ah, there's purple. I haven't even used my purple yet. Look at that. All right. Ooh, I like this one. Okay. So something. How should we do this? Let's see. Maybe something like this. Just so I have something to grab onto. Let's see. Trying to decide. I don't want it to be too long, right? Maybe I'll just do this. Something like that, maybe. And then we can put a piece of tape again, you know, just to make it look old, right? Use that for the next one. What do you guys think of that one? I think we can make another one. Let's see. Look at that. Blackberry. Yes, Robin, purple. See, if I dig, then my problem was I didn't have enough options before. That was part of my problem when I was doing the full deck challenge. And by the way, I think we'll be doing that on Sunday. The full deck challenge. We'll get caught up. I think that's good. I think that'll work. All right. So let's see what I've got here. What I got. Oh, that's good. Look at her. Fancy pants. All right, so we'll do that there. That looks great. That looks really good, guys. What do you guys think? I just like the corners being like a tag. Now, I also have these vintage tickets in the shop if you guys are interested. Any of my vintage ephemera. I was kind of going through the shop and I realized that I never relisted my vintage ephemera after I came back from vacation. So I went through it and I listed most of the vintage ephemera. So if you want to get, you know, the game pieces and then get some more vintage ephemera like the tickets and stuff. And then also this orange one, this was one of the kits. So go through the kits in the shop for you Backstage Pass holders. And there's a lot of kits that are color coordinated that would be great additions for your clusters. Yeah, that purple came out good, didn't it? I really like it. So that's that one. So we've made 3. Let's see if we can make one more. Okay. Something like that. Maybe we'll use the whole one just to kind of give it some structure. Okay, so we'll do this a little bit lower. Nah. I think it needs to be a little bit higher. Something like that, I guess. Okay. Got wet glue in the background. Wet glue. All right, so let's see. It's my purples. I'm running out of purples here. Let me see what I got in here. Oh, pink might be all right. Right, maybe a number. Let's see. I mean, that kind of looks like a purple, right? So it's a paper bingo card, but we'll just use the numbers. All right. And just kind of randomly put some numbers. Okay, like that. Let's see, what else do I have here laying around? I have, this was my Easter box, but these are more pinks. Ooh, we're going to be doing this on one of the lives too. Look how cool that is. So that's one of my tags, and I was playing with it. And that's why I was cutting out those yearbook pictures, but we're going to be doing one of these. I always like to show you what is in store to keep you guys coming back. All right, let's see. Too big. And that's not really purple, that's pink, but let's see. All right, nothing there. So maybe we'll just, well, let's see what else I got going on here. Oh, look at this guy. He's not a paper doll, he's a printout, but all right, what else do I have? What else do I got here? I don't know. Maybe the paper doll will go right in the middle. Oh, what's this? Oh, look at that. That might be kind of neat. See, you never know what you're going to find on your desk. Oh, look at that. Look what I just found. Maybe to tie them together. Something like that. Or maybe that could be the tab. I like that better as the tab. Yeah, that tag is fun, Robin. It's actually a vintage tag that I stamped, so I've got to find it, see if it's listed in the shop. So you guys, if you want to play along, you can get some of those tags. I don't know if they're in the shop or not, but maybe we'll do that on Thursday if I can find the tags. They're somewhere. All right, that's pretty good. I like that. All right, so there we go. So there's the tab. It works, right? Pretty good. And then let's see, what do we have here? I think I need something a little bigger. Ooh, I like that. All right, so there we go. Yeah, that works. And then we'll put the rose. Put the rose somewhere. Maybe like that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So the rose will go kitty corner, I guess, something like that. And then this. Debbie, how are you doing? I know that you're playing along. Did you give up, or are you still making your clusters? All right, that's pretty good. I like that. So this one's a little bit fatter, but that's okay, right? I didn't do this though. There we go. There we go. What do you think of that one? It's pretty good, I think. So here's the two purple ones that we did. And I'll tell you what, whoever purchases the one of the game piece ephemera packs, I'll stick one of these finished ones in there for you. But just today. So yeah, so if you purchase one, I'll stick one of these in there for you. And if you purchase it while I'm live, if there's one particular one that you want, let me know. All right, so there's the two purple ones. 3-inch workspace. Yeah, that could be a little tough. All right, so we did, oh, I didn't put my tape. Let's do that. Let's do that right there. You ordered one. Robin, is there any particular one you want? Just let me know. I've got the reds that I made, purple. And then I've got these. I've got oranges, couple of oranges. I've got a blue and another purple. So if there's any particular one that you want, let me know and I'll stick that in your order. All right, let's make the green one and then that'll be it for today. All right, so green. Surprise you. All right, I can do that. Okay, so green. So this is from the game Masterpiece, but it had green on it. So I thought what I would do is I would just cut this in half. So 5, maybe at 2.5, and turn that into a piece. All right, so let's see if I can figure out the middle here. All right, so there's these. So I could do 2 of them out of this, right? So this could be a good base, I think. And like I said a minute ago, don't be afraid to cut your game pieces. Because again, you're doing clusters and you're layering. So, you know, part of it's not going to show anyway. These are so fun. I love these. All right. So I've got two here. Let's see what we can come up with. And even with these bigger ones like this, I'm going to cut this in half. So that way, I have two pieces to work with. All right, so I've got this. I might even cut it in fourths. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, so here's this. And here's this. Because it could just be like an ephemera background piece, right? Just like one of these. Look at that. Okay. And then I can do this. Right? Okay. So there's that. And I've got my tickets. Maybe something like that. And I'm just kind of playing with it right now. Oh, look at these little froggies. Okay, those have got to be cut in half. All right, what else do I got here? Masterpiece, 400,000. Okay. Ooh, this is from an old. Good, Kim. I'm glad that the video's looking good. I wish you were here with us, though. All right, so this is from an old. This is an old canceled check that I cut up. So yeah, your ephemera can just be anything you can cut up, right? I've got so much miscellaneous vintage ephemera. I should just put together some junk bags is what I should do. Oh, I like that. Okay, maybe we'll just do. Whenever I do clusters, I end up with these little pieces all over the place. All right, so let's do maybe something like this. And then maybe, I don't know. Just trying to figure it out. Oh, I know. I don't like all that extra white spot. I think that's what's been bothering me. So let me trim this down. And then this can be like a tab, I think. That's what I'll do. All right. Okay, let's do that. So with that there, right? It's like a tab. I like that. And then this can go here. I think. I don't know yet. I'm still playing. Do I have anything in here I can use? Ooh, look at that. Let's see. Maybe this can go here. Okay, and we can trim that. It's not a big deal. Okay. We'll trim this, but let's just put this right here for right now. Okay. No. So one thing about wet glue though is you gotta let it dry. Okay, now we can maybe figure this out. I have that sticking out like that. Maybe like that. Still just messing with it. Still trying to figure it out. Let's see, what do I have in here? Oh, this looks kind of green. What's this? Oh, I like that. I need another base is what I need. I need this. So I need something like this, I think. Oh, yeah, that'll work actually. I like that. Or maybe like that instead. Yeah, let's do that. All right, it's just messing with it till you like the look. And that's why it's nice to have your, your colors already sorted out, because then you have lots of choices, and you can kind of swap out different items to find the exact one that you like. Okay. I think I'm going to do something like this. That's why I'm leaving a spot there. I don't want it to be too big though. Oh yeah, that looks good. We'll do something maybe like that. I like that. That looks good. Or should we do this? No, we'll do the ticket. Okay, so there's ticket, right? And then this, maybe we'll do right here. Maybe this will be the tab. Okay, so there you go. All right, Kim. Catch you later. All right, that looks pretty good, I think. I think this is dry enough now. I can cut it. Okay. And then this will go like this. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. And then this, let me go ahead and put my little notches here. This will be our tab, I guess. It's too much. Maybe it won't be. I had a little, yeah, maybe I'll do this. What do you guys think? Have these rub-ons here. See, this is kind of crooked. Let's see if I can fix that. Let's see. I can maybe put this right here. Let's see. That's pretty good. Again, just something laying on my desk. Pretty good, huh? All right, now we just need a... Do we want this? And I guess if I put it in like that, it might be all right. I don't know. I can't decide if I want it or not. That's too much, I think. All right. Now I need a paper doll. So a bigger one probably, I think. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I've got. Shall we use a gentleman this time? Or let's see. You know what? Maybe I have a bigger one. Let me see if I have maybe a bigger one. Not too big though, right? Let's see. What do you think of him? Oh, I like him. You think he's too big, you guys? What do you think of this? It's like hanging on to the... I like that one, I think. I think that's the perfect size. All right, so we're going to use this one. I didn't give you guys a chance to respond because I think it looks good. All right, so kind of hanging on that right there. Oh, that looks good. Not too big. I think this looks all right though because it's about the length of it. I like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right. Now maybe... No, I don't want to get rid of the Pacific. I think that looks good. Do you think that's too big, Robin? I don't think so. I think that's all right. Should we do another green one? I like that one. All right, let's see what else I've got here. Kind of want to use my money. Let's see. Just kind of playing with the placement here. Maybe something like that. It's kind of neat. All right. So let's do that just in the corner. Maybe something like that. Something like that. Debbie, you still with us? Hopefully I'm giving you some good ideas. I like these frogs. I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet, though. All right, so let's see. Oh, you know what? I didn't put any tape on the last one. Had to pick some up. Did you drop some? All right. Maybe just like that. Okay. All right. Now, maybe we can actually use this time. Maybe something like this. Okay. Maybe something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe I'll actually center that like that. Let me see. Okay, so we'll do this like this. And then I saw these little stamps here. So let's do that. I don't want to cover those. Let me do those in a minute. Okay, so this can go here, right? Hey, Melody. So I'll make the announcement again. These are clusters that I'm making with my vintage game ephemera. The ephemera kit is in the shop. It's like 100 pieces for like $5, something like that. And if you purchase it while I'm live, I'll include one of the clusters that I've made tonight for you in your package. So there's my announcement. Oh yeah, let's use this. And then with that, you know, the ephemera pack, of course, when you're making your clusters, you just add your own, you know, your own ephemera pieces. Just find coordinating colors to make your clusters. See, this game piece is a little bit thick, so I'm just thinning it down by cutting some of that cardboard, pulling some of that cardboard off. So let me ask you guys, has anybody used that precision glue? I think it's called like Bear Precision Glue. Has anybody used that? I just ordered some, and my gosh, I thought it was expensive. And hopefully it's worth it because I bought it. But I thought it was expensive. But has anybody used that before? I was just curious. I needed a precision tip glue, and I saw that a lot of people use that. So I went ahead and took the plunge and ordered it. All right. Let's see. I like these little frogs. Let's see, but maybe not on this one. All right, I'm gonna put this somewhere. It dries quick. So what does that mean? Like when you're using it on your paper, it dries really quick before you can actually glue it down? Is that what you mean, Debbie? I mean, I hope not too quick, right? I want to be able to still use it. And I found I needed it. I think I showed you those little letters I have here. When I was using these little letters, see, E, I needed a fine tip glue and I didn't have one. So I went searching and I saw a lot of people were using that. Hopefully it works for me. All right. Not much adjusting time. Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay. Well, they're small pieces too, so hopefully it'll work for me. Okay, so that goes there. I'm just finding small pieces right now. Melody, I had to uninstall and reinstall my OBS, which is the platform I use for my lives. So I don't know if there was a virus in the software, or maybe I didn't do an update timely. But yeah, that's what I had to do, is I uninstalled and reinstalled my platform. There, now I can use this tag. I've just been dying. The 3-in-1, yeah, Melody, this is definitely my go-to glue, but I need something with a precision tip. So this is what I was using for those small little letters. But it was just getting all over the place. So, put that over there. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Finally got to use this little tab. Okay. Pretty good. I like it. That was kind of busy, isn't it? Yeah, the lag was really bad. I think I deleted those videos, actually. Those lives. Because I didn't like them out there. All right. I think that's good. It's kind of busy, but that's all right. So let's find a paper doll. Maybe we'll use this one this time. And have him go up just a little bit. I like that. Let's see if I have any other choices. Oh, she looks crazy. Let's see. What do I got? What do I got? Yeah, these are the smaller paper dolls. Let me see what I have in my bigger ones. Let's see. Ooh, I got this guy. He's too big though, I think. Ooh, they look creepy. These are for my Halloween ones. That covers too much of my ephemera though. here's one. I like her. Let's use her. Yeah, I don't like glue that makes my paper soggy. That's kind of why I like this. I prefer wet glue versus the tape. It's because I like the movement time. But not if it makes my paper soggy. Don't like soggy paper. Alright, so let's move. And I like to be able to adjust, just like for this reason right here. I placed her and I thought she was too far up, so now I'm moving her ever so slightly. And usually when I'm doing this, I just put glue in the middle, so that way when I start to move it, well, I'm lying because I'm getting glue here, that ordinarily you won't end up with glue on the paper if you're sliding it around. But yeah, I think that looks great. And then maybe I'll put some snarky. Hold on a second. Let's see. So I found this number 4 here. I don't know if I need to add it, but I pulled it when I saw it. All right, let me see if I have. Let's see. Got some of these here. This is some snarkies. I don't know. Maybe one of them. I don't know where I would put it though. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe I'll decide after the fact. But anyway, all right. So that's it, guys. So I'm just trying to decide if I wanted to add snark, but I think I'm good. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to, Debbie, this live was for you. I wanted to show you what you can do with your vintage game pieces that you purchased. And yeah, was my idea. Was just to create clusters, you know, with the different pieces, and then add like a paper doll or an image, you know. I like the paper dolls because the black and white nostalgia, I think, works really well with the vintage game pieces. But yeah, so that was my idea. I hope that helped, Debbie. And they're pretty fun to make. But what I would recommend, like I said, is color coordinate with your game pieces, with your other ephemera that you might have. And then when you sit down, you'll have lots of choices to be able to put these together. And don't be afraid to cut your paper. So this was a longer, you know, bill, right? And I just cut it and then I complemented it. So don't be afraid to cut your paper or to cut your what do you call it? Your Monopoly pieces. So this one, like, I cut in half as well. All right, so that's all I had. Start, you know, when you have leftover paper, just start getting bags of color coordinating. Maybe get a bag of red, a bag of blue, a bag of green. And then that way, when you're ready to sit down, you already have some of your pieces gathered. And that's what I do. I have little packets of pieces of ephemera And you made 46 Easter cards with that die. I'm glad everybody liked them, Melody. You're crazy. But did you get the new one? Have you tried the new one yet? This was another one that I made with the last kit. But yeah, so that's my recommendation is when you have like leftover ephemera pieces, just color coordinate them so that way when you're ready to make clusters, you've already got them separated. All right, so we ended up with a lot. We ended up with all these. Anybody that orders, you know, that the ephemera kit, I'll stick one of these in there for you. So the order's going out tomorrow. So if you haven't done it yet, even if you do it after this live, as long as it's going out tomorrow and I pack your order tonight, I'll stick one of these in there for you. All right. I hope that was helpful, and I hope everyone has a great evening. On Thursday, we'll do this because this was a lot of fun to make, and I haven't stamped. Recently, but like I said, I've been cutting out my old yearbooks that I got at the swap meet, so I can use them for my pictures. But we'll do this. These are actual vintage alteration tickets, and I'll find them if they're not in the shop. But maybe we'll do this on Thursday because I think you guys will enjoy it. And most of you guys can't have, already have some of the stamps I'll be using. So it should be a lot of fun. All right, you all. We will see you on Thursday. And then on Sunday, we'll catch up with our full deck challenge. So that way you guys know what's coming. All right. I'm glad that I'm not lagging anymore. And I hope you enjoyed my live today. We'll see you later. Bye.